Good morning to our beloved lecturer, Madam Ma'alani, and all my beloved friends. Firstly, we would like to thank our lecturer for giving us the opportunity to be here today. Before we begin, allow me to introduce myself. Hi everyone, my name is Alia Mardia binti Rosmadi and my register number is 01 DSB 21F1010. And my partner for today is Nabila Shazwani and we are from DSB 1A. My dear fellow friend, do you care about your family reputation? Do you know what can affect a family reputation? Do you find that it is paramount to protect your family reputation? Well, today we are going to discuss about the most important factor that can affect a family reputation. The good family reputation is occur when the family talk of positively or held in high esteem of by the community or society. It is paramount to have a good family reputation because it instills discipline and good attitude of hard work, knowing that their family think before acting and also try to do their best in their own personal endeavor. They have their family name or reputation to protect. Dear friend, my first point on what factor that can affect a family reputation is by education level. In my opinion, the education level is the most important factor because it reflects the intelligence level and the social status of the family. If the family consists to respected professionals such as doctor, lawyer, accountant, or professor, the family consider us a good one. In short, I have just discussed about the most important factor that can affect a family reputation by the education level. Dear friend, we shall now move on to our second main point, that is behavior. It is the most important factor that determines a family reputation. Let's say one of the family member misbehavior or unethical misconduct. The reputation of the family will be gone. It is because the poor attitude will reflect the poor upbringing to his or her family. Let's sum up what has been discussed so far. I have just discussed about the behavior will affect a family reputation. I think that behavior will give a greater impact overall. After all, if one black sheep shows lack of the moral value, the whole family will be blamed. Whether the family seems wealthy, the people will speculate that the family deal in illegal or unethical business practice to get rich. Dear friend, we shall now move on to our third main point, that is marital status. For some people, marital status is important to maintain their family reputation. Why it is important and can cause a problem to family reputation? The marital status is one of the points that has been spotlighted by the society to see whether the family is fine or having a difficult time. The marital status is classified as single, married, marriage problem, including separation, divorce, and bereavement. The situation for each group in this classification in South Korea as follows. According to 2008 OECD Family Database, the divorce rate in Korea is the high level relative to other OECD countries, and the divorce rate is rapidly from 1970 to 2008. In short, I have just discussed about the marital status can affect family reputation, which the status that carried by the family member. The status that can affect a family reputation whether in the good way or a bad way. So now I call upon Nabila to continue with our presentation.
Thank you so much, Alia. Now I will introduce myself first. My name is Nabila Sazwani and my registration number is 01DSB21F1014. Dear friends, I shall now move on to our fourth main point, that is income level. As Alia mentioned earlier, without a good education, people will not have a good job and therefore a high income level. I think that high income level play a big part in affecting a family reputation. People respect success, and making money or having a high income level is viewed as the result of success. But we must remember that a good education doesn't automatically assure you of a high income level. One example that I have read before includes business people who are not highly educated but are richer than most professionals. They are well respected too, sometimes even more so. In short, I have just discussed about income level can affect a family reputation. Dear friends, I shall now move on to our fifth main point, that is by having a great occupation. From my point of view, I feel that the occupation of family members are very important for the reputation of a family. However, in my opinion, I would say that because our society is quite materialistic. People respect success. Society judge people based on their assets and occupation. As long as you have a career and money, you will get respect. Different rules seem to apply to the rich. Even if they misbehave, people tend to look the other way and forget about it. To sum up, I have just discussed about the occupation can affect a reputation of a family. Next, I should move on to my sixth point. It is about family's lifestyle. A family lifestyle necessarily reflects their true net worth. There are families that spend a lot of money on big houses and expensive cars, but struggling to pay their mortgage. There are also rich people who like to show off their wealth, and sometimes it comes across as tacky and tasteless. In fact, I think that a family lifestyle can affect their reputation even more than their income level. Because, as I mentioned earlier, a materialistic display of wealth comes across as success. But not everyone who earns a lot of money like to show off. Those who spend too much but don't have that means to pay for it will also face embarrassment in the long run. Allow me to go over the key point. I have just discussed the sixth point of factor that can affect a family reputation is by having a lifestyle. My dear friends, today me and my partner has discussed about 6 factors that can affect family reputation. She had discussed 3 points, that is behavior, educational level, marital status, and I had discussed 3 points, that is income level, occupation and lifestyle. So, after our discussion, it's quite clear that the behavior of family members is paramount. Good behavior is well respected. People respect a family with strong moral value, and the bad behavior of one person can tarnish his or her family's reputation. My dear friends, let me end our speech by quoting Johann Wolfgang, who said, "Behavior is the mirror in which everyone displays their own image." With that, in conclusion, we agree that behavior is definitely the main factor which affects a family's reputation. Before we end our discussion, does anyone have anything else to say? We will be happy to answer any question. Otherwise, let's bring this discussion to a close. Once again, thank you for being such a wonderful audience and your contribution to this discussion. It has been a great honor and pleasure for us to be here today. Thank you.